Hey guys, good afternoon. It's my well, I'm just talking to my phone here. I'm sorry. Hey guys, just this is my midday video here for y'all. Not a whole lot to update, but a couple things. I need a new hat for sure. Good lord. And no, I'm not in jail. Although it looks like it behind me. I'm about 5.5 miles out of my destination for the day, and so that's fine. Taking my time getting there. But just a couple things to update you on, and thanks to some folks I need to recognize. So this morning I alluded to an idea I had that honestly was inspired by looking down at my wrist. Back in Chelsea, Oklahoma, I met a family. Ironically, their last name is Smiths as well. I met the Smiths, but the youngest, Jet, has become a buddy of mine. We had a great time, and he suffered from pediatric stroke. And I have a bracelet of his on each one of my arms. And as I was looking down, as I do every day, for the inspiration that I get from these things, I truly do. So I welcome more. A couple more have broke, and they're in my bag. Kai back in Rolla, Missouri, gave me a little bear. That was on a bracelet. One of the 3 that Emma gave me back in Hannah, Indiana. One of those broke. It's in my bag now for good luck. So I got a bag full of things for good luck, and my wrists are dwindling. So that's one wrist there. From the top, you got Emma, Papa Joe, Jet, and my son Landon. And then over here, you got oh God, I forgot the young lady's name at the Blue Whale in Catoosa. Then Papa Joe, then Jet, and then Emma again. So sorry about that. I'm dropping the phone. Anyway, so inspired by Jet, I had an idea today that I thought was kind of a cool idea. I guess it's short notice, and again, I'm a nobody. I realize that, but on the path to downtown Oklahoma City, I'm going to walk right by the Oklahoma Children's Hospital. And I thought, what a great opportunity if I was welcomed to come in and maybe talk to some of the people, the special people that care for these children, the doctors and the nurses that care for the folks. Maybe meet some of the kids. Maybe I could leave some things behind for them that may help inspire them, tell them about my friendship with Jet. You know, I'm sure they would inspire me, and in turn I would share their stories to help inspire you guys. And it might be a great thing. In addition, I'm raising money for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I believe this hospital is affiliated with St. Jude's. But again, I know it's a long shot, and I try not to get too up. So Gary Gottrell took the onus of trying to you know, find out if I'd be welcomed. So he called and reached out and spoke to several people, and each time he got a flat no. The best he could come up with was, you know, they'll let me in the building and kind of sit in the cafeteria and eat, and maybe just like I do in any other place I eat, people ask me a story and I tell them a little bit about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and can maybe see some folks that way. So that's still a possibility. I'm going to wait and see how the path takes me on my way down, and what comes up between now and then. So anyway, that was the idea that I thought was a pretty neat idea. Would be able to talk to some of these young kids and share their stories and hopes, and even the doctors and nurses that do an amazing job in working with these kids and their families, and talk to some of the families from their perspective. I thought it'd be a great opportunity to recognize them, maybe even try to raise some money for St. Jude's. But again, I got turned down, and that seems to be more the norm than anything else. You know, and I guess that's all right too. You got to protect the hospital and the kids and everything. So anyway, along my journey today, one of my journey friends, Scott, has reached out, and he's picked up him and another journey friend, Jim, have worked diligently on my behalf through this journey. And Scott got a couple of the battery chargers that I need for getting through the desert. So I'll be picking them up on Saturday. So thank you to Scott. Thank you to the John, that got me my sneakers. They'll be in tomorrow morning. Thank you to Jamie and the pad for getting my shirts, additional shirts out to me, and a couple of new pairs of kind of nylon sweats to wear. And just to give you guys an idea, I'm going to be in Oklahoma City today. I'm not sure if I'm doing the memorial today or tomorrow. I'm going to check the weather. And then from there, I'm going to be heading out along Route 40. Jim has had some experience and reached out to a bunch of KOA campgrounds, and there's a few along Route 40. So hopefully they're going to be the places that I'll stop and maybe meet some folks and have stories there, and be able to shower up and go from there. So I'm actually going to be on Saturday morning. I'll be leaving here, Oklahoma City area, and heading out to one in a town called Calumet. I believe it's just past Yukon. Anyway, Calumet, Oklahoma. So that's my next stop along the destination. And Sunday I should be meeting the folks with the documentary and heading out towards Weatherford. From there I'll spend one last, hopefully, decent night in a bed before turning it loose for 6 or 7 weeks and sharing it with you guys. So anyway, that's a little bit about the update for today. I did pass a Rolls Royce. I'm sorry I wasn't able to pick that up for my son. But you know, we're just going to keep plugging away, guys. I'm looking forward to the memorial. I really am. As I said before, I'm a little bit embarrassed that when I think of all the tragedies the country's been hit with, I think East Coast, and I think Shanksville, I think 9/11, and I think Pentagon, and yet in the same sentence deserves Oklahoma City, and for whatever reason I've just never put it in the same sentence, and it wasn't a conscious decision why, I just never did. But that's going to change for sure. It has changed already in this journey, and I haven't even been there yet. So I'm eager to share that with you guys as well, because I'm sure there's a lot of you that are similar to me in that regard. I thank Susan, who went to the Phil Vassar concert last night, for sharing the video and the pics, and I'm glad she did have an amazing time. He told you you would. I'm telling you, guys all got to do it in your lifetime. Just get to one of his concerts. You'll thank me for it later. Even if you don't know who he is, just go on philvassar.com, check out his tour schedule. I'm telling you, drop whatever you got to do to get a couple tickets for you and your family and get out there. That's about it for today. So I'm about, at worst, 2.5 hours from downtown. You know, I'll see if I stop into the cafeteria at the hospital, although I don't know, I feel kind of weird, like I'm stalking him if I do that, so I'm not sure. And that's it, guys. So thanks for following. Thanks for staying in touch, and I will talk to you all later tonight. Bye-bye now.